coffee has a beginning, and every beginning has a story. Good morning, partners. I am Karl, and I hope that you're all doing well. And I'm here in front of you to share the knowledge I have with Kape Vinta. But first, let us know about the Philippine coffee history. Philippines is one of the few places or few countries in the world that can produce four different varieties of commercially viable coffees, which is Arabica, Excelsa, Robusta, and Liberica, which is also known as Kapeng Barak. So it all started in the 1740s when a Spanish Franciscan monk introduced a coffee tree to the Batangueños in Lipa, Batangas. So from there, it spread throughout Batangas from Ibaan, Tanauan, Lemery, San Jose, and Taal. And if you try to look at the Philippine map, it is all around the Taal Lake. It has a microclimate, which is warm afternoon and cold evenings. By the year 1860s, Lipa, Batangas is already known as the coffee capital of the Philippines and has now been exporting coffee to America and Europe as well. Then in 1876, Cavite noticed that Batangas has been improving their economy because of the coffee production, and they followed suit by planting the first coffee seedling in Amadeo, Cavite. In spite of that, Lipa, Batangas is still reigning as the coffee capital of the Philippines, and their Batangueño Liberica or Kapeng Barako ng Batangas is the most high in demand coffee. Then by 1880s, Philippines has become the fourth largest coffee export or the largest coffee producer in the world. And when coffee leaf rust hit Brazil, Java, Africa, Philippines is the only country left to be able to produce a large amount of coffee. Then by the 1889, when coffee leaf rust hit Philippines, the economy of the Philippines or our coffee production has been reduced to 1/6 of its original production rate. Then from there, farmers or coffee farmers switch to other kinds of farming methods or other kinds of fruits, vegetables, and rice instead of focusing on their coffee. Because as we all know, coffee harvesting can take up to 3 years before you can harvest a large amount of coffee. And that is carefully hand-picking each coffee cherry or each coffee berry. During the 1950s, the Philippine government, with the help of the Americans, introduced a more resistant variety of coffee beans and then introduced the instant coffee here in the Philippines. Then by the year 1960s, the coffee farmers went back to coffee farming because of the most favorable market conditions and because of the new kind of coffee variety that they have been introduced to, which is the Robusta, which is most commonly used in instant coffees. Then by the year 1997, Starbucks came to Philippines to open its third international market and introducing a new coffee blend from Asia Pacific region, including Philippines, which is the Kape Vinta Blend. So Kape Vinta Blend has a earthy and mellow flavor. So if you try to imagine the smell of the coffee, it has a cinnamony smell, cinnamony aroma, which give you a relaxing and soothing feeling every time you smell the coffee. Then as for its flavor, when you slurp the coffee, you will have the taste of nutty, chocolate, and also cinnamony, which gives you the relaxing feeling, which is earthy and mellow, which means a calm and soothing flavor. Then as for its acidity and body, Kape Vinta has a low acidity and a full-bodied coffee. And if you can see the packaging of the Kape Vinta, it shows a local feeling because of the Vinta, which is a boat from Mindanao that has a colorful sail, and because of that, it gives us a wonderful feeling knowing that Kape Vinta from Philippines is being showcased throughout the world. The design of the packaging was created by Mauro Malang Santos, who is a renowned artist here in the Philippines. And every time that you imagine this coffee, you'll be able to think that you are in the province or in the forest, having a relaxation and soothing feeling, calming feeling, because when you are in the province, you'll be able to imagine that you are having fun, that you are in peace. The reason why I chose Kape Vinta Blend is because it includes a coffee from the Philippines, and that is I am proud of. And the other reason is that because the situation that we are in today, I want us to remember and look back in the history of the Philippines, that every time that there's a challenge or problem that we are facing, we Filipinos are always hand in hand together, facing all the consequences, all the problems, all the challenges that affects our country. And because of that, I want us to remember that we Filipinos can handle this kind of situation. We will be able to survive this, and we will be able to have fun again with our friends. But also remember that because of this situation, we are able to have fun with our family. We are able to bond with our family. We are able to enjoy the little things we forgot to enjoy when we can go out, when we can go to restaurants and other places. And also, I want you to remember that every time you take a sip of coffee, of your favorite coffee, you need to remember that everything will be okay. So that's all for today. And let me ask you last question before I go. What is your coffee story?